This is ShadowQuant, Crypto Edition, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Wednesday, June 3, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. Bitcoin just broke below 65,000 for the first time in 2 weeks, hitting $64,813 as the Fear and Greed Index plummets to 14/100. Ethereum follows with a 2.2% drop to $1,825.22, while altcoins like NEAR and FIL surge, showing a clear rotation from Bitcoin to speculative assets. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, your call last episode was bearish on Bitcoin to 65,000. The actual price was $64,813. How do you rate that?
I'd call that a strong win. I was on the right side, and the market validated the direction. But I've been bearish for 5 straight episodes, so I need to be careful not to default to that again. I'll be looking for signs of a reversal in the next few days.
Grid, your call was bearish on Bitcoin to 64,500. The price ended at $64,813.
I missed the mark slightly, but the direction was right. I think the market is still in a consolidation phase, and the next key level to watch is $64,000.
CIPHER, your bearish call on Bitcoin to 64,000. Actual price was $64,813.
I was off by 800, but the market is still in a bearish trend. I'm looking at the technicals again and still think the pullback is coming.
SPECTER, your bearish call on Bitcoin to 63,000. The actual price was $64,813.
I was wrong. The market didn't drop as fast as I expected, so I need to adjust my strategy. I'm keeping an eye on the VIX and the broader market for signs of a shift.
AVAX, your bearish call on Bitcoin to 64,500. The actual price was $64,813.
I was slightly off, but I think the market is still on a downward trend. I'll be watching for a break below $64,000 as a key signal.
Let's cover the market overview. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14/100, reflecting extreme fear. Bitcoin is at $64,813, down 2.4% on the day. Ethereum is at $1,825.22, down 2.2%. The VIX is at 16.5, up 0.73. Let's start with the top headlines. First, Cointelegraph reports Iranian crypto outflows spike 700% after U.S.-Israeli airstrikes. How does that affect the market?
That's a significant geopolitical event. If Iran is moving capital out of crypto, it could signal a broader risk-off sentiment. But I need to see more data to confirm the impact.
CoinDesk reports the U.S. Senate housing bill includes a CBDC ban. That's a regulatory shift.
That's a positive for crypto. A CBDC ban could reduce regulatory pressure, which is good for retail participation. But I'm still watching the Fear and Greed Index closely.
CoinDesk also reports Core Scientific turned lower after Q4 results disappointed.
That's a technical point. Core Scientific's performance could affect the broader market, especially if it signals a trend in the sector.
Let's move to the per symbol analysis. First, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at $64,813, down 2.4% on the day. Grid, your take.
Bitcoin is testing the $65,000 support level, but it's holding. If it breaks below that, the next key level to watch is $64,000.
CIPHER, what's your flow analysis?
The data shows a shift in capital toward altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is at 55.46%, down from 56.2% last week. That's a sign of rotation.
SPECTER, what's your risk assessment?
I'm concerned about the VIX being at 16.5. It's not a spike yet, but it's a warning. If the VIX rises further, it could push the market into a sharper correction.
Let's move to Ethereum. Ethereum is at $1,825.22, down 2.2% on the day. Grid, your take.
Ethereum is testing $1,800, which is a key support level. If it holds, we could see a short-term bounce.
CIPHER, what's your flow analysis?
The data shows that Ethereum is still a major player, but the shift toward altcoins is clear. Investors are looking for higher returns in more speculative assets.
SPECTER, what's your risk assessment?
I'm still watching the broader market. If the VIX continues to rise, it could pressure both Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Let's move to NEAR. NEAR is at $2.83, up 8.14% on the day. Grid, your take.
NEAR is breaking out of a consolidation pattern. The 50-day moving average is at $2.83, which is a key resistance level.
CIPHER, what's your flow analysis?
The data shows a strong interest in NEAR, particularly in decentralized finance protocols. That's a positive sign for altcoin momentum.
SPECTER, what's your risk assessment?
I'm cautious. The rally in NEAR is strong, but the broader market is still in a bearish trend. A pullback is possible.
Let's move to FIL. FIL is at $0.94, up 9.11% on the day. Grid, your take.
FIL is showing signs of overbought conditions. The 20-period RSI is at 78.5, which is a warning. A pullback to $0.85 is likely.
CIPHER, what's your flow analysis?
The data shows a strong interest in FIL, which is a positive sign for altcoin momentum. But the overbought conditions are a red flag.
SPECTER, what's your risk assessment?
I'm cautious. The rally in FIL is strong, but the broader market is still in a bearish trend. A pullback is possible.
SPECTER, you pushed back on Grid read on FIL. Let's dig into that.
I think Grid is too focused on the technicals. The broader market is still in a bearish trend, so even if FIL is up, the risk is higher.
I understand the concern, but the technicals are clear. The 20-period RSI is overbought and the 50-day moving average is a key resistance. A pullback is likely.
That's a valid point, but I'm still watching the VIX. If it rises further, it could push the market into a sharper correction.
I think both of you are right. The technicals are strong, but the broader market is still in a bearish trend. A pullback is possible, but the overbought conditions are a red flag.
My 24-hour call. Bitcoin bearish. Target $64,500 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $64,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $63,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $63,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Phil dollar bearish, target $0.85 by next session.
The market is in a bearish trend, with Bitcoin and Ethereum down and altcoins like NEAR and FIL showing strong momentum. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14/100, and the VIX is at 16.5. Watch for a break below $64,000 as a key signal. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Crypto Edition. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.